The Ritual is a 2025 Exorcist ripoff. I get it. You know, the cases that involve real life exorcisms that have made it into films, such as like Emily Rose. This new Ritual thing with Al Pacino is it's no different in the sense of how it's executed. But apparently, when you look at the things that inspired William Peter Blately's book, which was later turned into the 1973 film, yeah, it was this film, The Ritual, that was like the very first case of that. Like what it was initially the inspiration. But it just sucks to see how you have an acting titan like Al Pacino who delivers a not bad performance. You know, he looks terrible because of how old he is and how like his beard and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, he's really not that bad in this. The girl who gets demonically possessed, she's good. Patricia Heaton from Everybody Loves Raymond has a bit part as a nun. She's pretty bad. And yeah, most of the film doesn't really feature good acting to it. It's pretty much except for Al Pacino, the lead guy, like the protagonist guy, and the girl who gets possessed. The camera in the movie is very, very shaky. Okay, I'm holding my phone right now, doing a selfie video. Okay, the way that my camera is right now, it's more stable with my own arm than this movie, The Ritual, is all 90 some minutes or 100 minutes or whatever. It's that poorly done. It is, it's a pretty big schlock. It's not very lively except for whenever there is like a big freak out and Exorcist and like demonic freak out that happens. That stuff really isn't too bad. And then there's the whole debate of the science versus religion aspect. That is ultimately what gave the original Exorcist from 1973 its philosophical impact. Yes, it had great acting, it had great special effects and stuff, but the science versus religion debate in the first Exorcist is one of the reasons why it has such a good staying power and why it is such a good philosophical film to go back to. In The Ritual, you could tell that they tried to tackle more of that issue, but given the fact that you don't know who these people are except for Al Pacino and Patricia Richardson, yeah, like you wonder, okay, how can we possibly talk about a science versus religion thing in such a way that doesn't feel like a big copycat of other demonic possession films? How can we make that stuff feel like our own? Well, I'll be honest, I didn't think that the movie did such a bad job when it came to bring up those points and talk and exploring that little gray area that there might be with science and religion. But still, like, it could have, should have, would have been better. But because the movie is a low budget, like low-ish kind of budget thing, it's an independent film. Like, who's heard this film unless you're a big fan of Al Pacino, right? Yeah, I do think that if the movie was directed by somebody else that was bigger, even then it wouldn't have been anything good. It would have been just another cheap second-rate Exorcist ripoff. Even though what this is based on happened long before William Peter Blately wrote the book. So I feel like giving The Ritual from 2025 2 stars out of 4.